Okay, here's a interesting one. Got a mate of mine looking for a Ferris. This may or may not be for him, but this one probably suits one of the techs, so I haven't got time to get into it. But let me tell you what it does, and we'll see if it's of interest. It's a very clean, to some degree, Ferris. A couple of things have been modified which will sort of interest those that want to use transverters and bits and pieces. Obviously U-ray, possibly, but no pushing this one on you at all, because it may not. Now, as you can see, we're putting a signal in. I've got no audio at the moment, receive audio, as in audio. So I haven't even checked to see if it's a speaker or what's going on, etc., etc. But sometimes the external speaker switches on these things can give it a trouble, but I haven't got time to pull covers on this thing, but I will tell you what it does do. So I'm just feeding a signal in at the moment, and I'm in about 17.8 microvolts. So just to show you that it definitely does receive, and it just looks like a speaker or audio fault of some description, or could even be the microphone wiring, because it's not the standard mic. I mean, there's lots of things it could be, but I haven't got time to get into it. Okay, so we'll get to what it the interesting bit about this radio in a second. Let's go over the TX test. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. As you can see, we're getting 11 watts out. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 1 2 3. And you can actually hear my audio just sort of getting through there. 1 2. This is an FM monitor at the moment. I've got it set to sideband, but they're hopeless on sideband. And AM carrier should be about 4 watts, is it? 3.5, 3.6 watts. 27355 on the frequency, so it's showing what is there. Okay, so as you know, we're not wasting time fixing anything at the moment. I haven't got time, and so people can pick up bargains, or they could, I mean, it depends how technical you are. Anyway, but what this one is that's very interesting is that it has, have a look at this. So that's up 5 kcs, that's up 10 kcs, that's up 5 kcs, that's up 10 kcs. This is why I say for people with transverter that want to put these on 40 meters, etc., this is actually quite interesting. Now, if you hold it there, you can see this thing just keeps going. Now, watch these two lights up the top here. Even though that's going on and off, you'll notice in a minute that this goes yellow here. So it's just telling you that you're not on that. It's like a plus light. It says you are now plus, so you are now in 28 megs. So this thing could be used straight away on 28490, etc., and then you're back to normal channels as in 35 with the TX indicator just indicating the 5 kc, etc., etc. So yeah, it's an interesting one in the fact that like if you're using a clarifier slide and you're using the 5 kc unit, this would be a nice transverter radio, giving you flexibility over those 10 kc slots that CB radios have normally got. It'll be coming with this microphone. Look, I've got to be honest, I'm just running short of standard Ferris mics and things like that, so I'm just grabbing mics. But look, that audio, I can't even remember on the Ferris whether they need a mic in or not. But once again, not taking time to do too much. Look, it's actually relatively clean, as you can see. It's got a bit of dust on it because it's been sitting around. This was sitting in our museum as just a bit of a display unit, and I think this may be the first time I've ever fired it up. Not sure. Look, it could be a volume control that's that's a bit scratchy. Sometimes, yeah. I was just checking to see if I'll just go back to RX test, and we'll feed a bit of signal back into it. Come over here. Let's just feed mega signal into it. Yeah, see, we're seeing the signal, but we're just not hearing it. And would not surprise me, but look, I won't even sort of try and be the fault finder on this one. I like the board in it. I think the board is actually quite neat in the fact that it's simple. The light system on it seems to be extremely easy to understand. Now that's a question, sorry. Excuse me. What about we go, now we're on dummy load just in case anyone's, okay, so that's yellow. What was the other colour before? Hang on, just let me check something. I might have something wrong there. Did it go green when it went up the top end? No, it goes yellow. So let's just find out where that is. So back to TX test, because I said 28, but I'm forgetting it could easily be going down to 26. That could be the other way around. Some TX frequency. Probably better if I put a carrier in. Okay, try that. Okay, I'm wrong. 26. So down to 26.2 megs. Excuse me. So the idea for the transverter is, you're getting a solid 2 megs of. Let's bring that up there. Sorry, I'm just going to come up a bit higher. You're getting a solid 2 megs of coverage. Yeah, 26.7. So yeah, this is not what I said earlier. I was assuming it was 28 megs. I was hoping. I think. Yeah, now we're up into the other section, and then it just keeps on going. So when we get up to here, what we're interested in, the minute we flick over, so that should be, well, I won't even try and guess. Let's have a look. 28005. So let's go. We'll go to channel 1. Okay, so it's still going up in 28 here. Let's see how far that goes up. Let's take it up about 100 kcs. Okay, so that loses lock just there. So there's a couple of channels where it is yeah, and that's where it switches over to 26 megs, I would say. Yes, it does. So you're not getting into 28 megs very far, 28050, etc. So not quite as handy as I would like it to be. Wouldn't it be nice if this could go up to 28490 just as it is? Then you have your 40 meter transverter on the back of this, and you could just then, I mean, don't get me wrong, you could easily, very easily, rejig this to move it up a meg, just a crystal change. You could do it other ways, but the crystal change would be the most stable. But anyway, so that's, yeah, it's a interesting setup. A little bit disappointed it doesn't do 28 megs because I'm a ham guy. You guys are on the CB stuff that maybe listen to New Zealand and stuff like that. Maybe the 26, is some sort of blessing, but yeah, don't know about that. Anyway, the dimmer work. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, dimmer works. No problems there. PACB. Yeah, all good there. So I'm just having a quick look just to give our last little thoughts. As you can see, the front panel, superb. I mean, it's really clean. It's something that I hope someone can get some joy with and certainly have a bit of fun with. We had a lot of goals to do a lot with these radios, and working demos and bits and pieces, especially these very hard to find Ferris 5000s, and we've got the matching Robin, one that looks exactly the same, just labelled Robin, that came over from the New Zealand Museum, and that's probably one I'll keep. We'll see. I say that, but I'm having to be a little bit clever. Just it's not even about the money; it's just about the space and not leaving my wife with too much of a mess when we all sort of pass on from this planet. But yeah, but I think this here has got the bones to be something quite nice for someone that wants to do a bit of experimentation, etc. Just to cover the legals, no, it's not legal for CB radio as a CB radio per se, and this is why I'm talking about the transverter situation with Ray. And Ray wouldn't mind me mentioning this. Ray VK3NBL builds some of the best 40 meter homebrew units I've ever heard on air. He takes anything from as simple as a 23 channel CB, and what was he using the other day? I'm trying to remember. It was a Johnson Viking or something. No, it wasn't a Johnson. Anyway, it sounded superb. Sounded as good as any ham radio that you're going to hear on. He does. Anyway, you'll find Ray normally around 7.1, 7.105 around there with the boys, and always feel free to have a chat to him about his transverters and what he does. It is really good. It's something I've always been impressed with, and I think more of us should be doing what he's doing. He's the true hobbyist. Like some of us have got a little bit lazy. Like look at me, I'm not even checking what the it could be a speaker wire off, and I'm not even checking it. But look, if you saw the job in front of me, I'm out in the museum at the moment, by the way. I've actually, and look, I'll just give you a very quick look. This is how much trouble we're in. I can't hardly get through here. I mean, there's Heathkit gear on the ground. There's boxes of Turner microphones. They're all brand new Turner mics there. There's just, it's crazy. There's boxes of Bearcat scanners. There's boxes of, as you can see, Pierce Simpson. It goes on and on. I'm just trying to see what they are myself. Oh, look, anyway, we will get to that. But I just want you to know that when we look like we're being a bit lazy and we're not checking radios, it's not the fact that we can't check them or we haven't got the ability to do it. We just don't have the time, and that is the biggest issue right now. All right, look, I just want to get on to Ray first. Look, this may not be what he's looking for, But Ray, you got first tips on this, of course. If this is a little bit upmarket as far as the the display and everything like that, and you only need a very small bandwidth, I'll understand. I'll try and find you a Ferris that's not not quite so extensively fitted out. The audio fault, Ray, I know you saw that in 2 seconds, so it's not really the issue. If not, Ray, you'll see it come up on a few of the Facebook pages, etc. And yeah, we'll be interested to see if anyone has any interest in it. We'll take it from there. If you do have interest in it, certainly feel free to email me, brenton@posnav.com.au, brenton@posnav.com.au, and we'll certainly get back to you with some thoughts. Happy to receive offers. Look, to be honest, you would be amazed at what I'm actually doing at the moment. Some people have been surprised. As you know, some of our stuff's been on offer, and everybody thinks it goes for a fortune. So it's not quite our strategy. We sold 4 Hornets yesterday for $350. Now, we actually put a price on that. If we had to put them on offer, one chap that missed out on it said he would have paid stacks more. He said, look, just to get 2 working Hornets, he would have been happy. There were 4 there, So anyway, look, we're not trying to be too silly about it. By the same token, I actually don't know on some of them exactly where they fit 100%. I mean, a lot of them I do. More the ham radio stuff. The CB stuff is a little more difficult. So we are sort of looking at your interest in it and your offers at times. And for those that missed out on some of the yesterday's stuff, I know there's a few of you disappointed. I get it. The people that bought yesterday bought fast. They did not muck around, and I'm not mucking around either, because as you can tell, this is like a job and a half. This is one room of all this has got to go, one room, and we've got a 60. No, wrong. We've got an 80 by 40 shed that's got to get emptied. Then we've got another shed next to it. It's got to get emptied. Then there's more radio equipment in 2 containers. It's got to get emptied. Where else? Oh, my workshop. That's still got racks and racks of gear too. So yeah, look, please, it's better for me to spend 12 minutes doing this video to show you a radio with a slight audio issue and sell it to you like it as is, and then we know what we're dealing with. And let's say it takes me an hour to fix it. I don't have the hour, so that's the immediate problem. 73s, thanks very much. Haven't got as much done today. I know there's a few of you waiting on information on GEs and some other stuff. I'm going to try and get to that next, and just hang in there with me. I did find some. Not happy with what I found, to be 100% honest, for what the particular person, you know who you are, wanted something a bit cleaner for you. But anyway, we'll talk about that. I've got some other options that might sort of suit you. We did find a genuine GE A model, beautiful condition. So anyway, we'll talk about that. All right, 73s guys, thanks very much for having a look at our video. VK3 Charlie Mike, off and clear. Please subscribe, hit the like button, all that stuff. See you guys.